We got to punch back with retaliatory tariffs. That's step one. We also have to put in place supports for the workers impacted. Now for steel and aluminum, but in general, we can't just wait to the last minute and scramble. We know that the auto sector is also worried about impacts on workers. Our first priority is to stop these tariffs, but then alongside that, we're going to make sure we don't let workers bear the brunt of it, so workers get supported. And I've been speaking to a lot of Canadians about how they feel about what Donald Trump's doing. Of course, there's worry, but now Canadians are pissed off. They feel insulted. We were good neighbors. We worked together to build a good economy, and Donald Trump has insulted us. People feel offended at this idea of the 51st state. So Canadians on their own are already taking action. They're saying, we're going to buy Canadian, we're going to boycott American. And I want to acknowledge all the Canadians making that decision. Thank you for doing that. It's the right thing to do. We want to make it easier for Canadians to make that choice. So if you're making a big purchase, like buying a car, probably one of the biggest purchases in your life, we want to support Canadians who want to buy Canadian by bringing back the rebate on electric vehicles. We want to double it for Canadian vehicles. So $10,000 rebate if you buy a vehicle made in Canada. We're here in the automotive capital of Canada. I think it's very fitting to make that announcement to support Canadians who want to support workers building the important things that we have in our own country. So to do that, we're going to support you with a $10,000 rebate. Let's buy Canadian. Let's buy Canadian vehicles. We also want to punch back against those that are taking shots at our sovereignty. We know that the billionaire buddy of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, is a driving force behind the 51st state. So let's punch back against him. I should also mention he's not only the billionaire buddy of Donald Trump, he's also the billionaire buddy of Pierre Poilievre here in Canada. We want to pick a fight with this guy because we want to take him on. I'm not going to stand back while he takes shots at our country. So our move now is we want to put 100% tariff on Tesla cars. You pick a fight with Canada, we're going to fight back. We're going to make sure Donald Trump and Elon Musk feel it. So that's our vision. We want to be able to support Canadians to buy Canadian, and we're going to fight back at those that are taking shots at our country. In this time of uncertainty, I want you to know you can count on me and you can count on my team to always fight for you and your family. We are proudly a party founded by workers. That's why we're so honored to be here in a union hall with Unifor. We will always fight for workers first. That is always our priority. In everything we do, we always put workers first.
What will your government prioritize? Bringing down the Trudeau government to get to an election sooner, or finding a way to work together to fight against Donald Trump with some real meaningful measures?
Well, I mean, we could do that right now. And I want to make this very clear. And we've called for Parliament to be recalled because it can happen right now. We could have Parliament back in session right now. And then the government prioritizes which bills come forward. So if they're serious about a package of supports to help us fight back against Donald Trump and to support workers, they could prioritize that and put that before the House as the first thing we vote on. And of course, at a time when we're threatened by a trade war, a war that we did not want to start, but one that we have to fight back, then I can't imagine any opposition leader opposing measures to fight back against Donald Trump and to support workers. Well, I guess there's one guy I would imagine that wouldn't support that, that's Pierre Poilievre, but otherwise I can see all opposition leaders would be on side with defending Canada and supporting workers. And so that's up to the Liberals. If they want to recall Parliament, I've said do it. Recall Parliament and let's get to work to put in supports for workers. Pierre Poilievre said recall Parliament, and he doesn't want to get anything done though. He doesn't want to work on anything. He's just said recall Parliament. I'm saying let's recall it, get supports in place. There are going to be, by law, confidence votes at the end of March. I'm voting against the government then. We still have 2 months to bring in laws, protections, supports. Let's get those done.
Yeah. Just if you can just drill down on the Tesla tariff idea a little bit. How would that work? Are you talking about new cars coming into the country? And also, there's a certain amount of presence of Tesla in Canada. And do you feel like it would jeopardize that?
Yeah, I hope so. That's the whole plan. The whole idea. Oh, I mean, our plan is to hit back. I mean, Elon Musk has been very loud, very vocal, attacking our country. We're not going to let that stand. So if you're going to take a shot at us, we're going to fight back. I want folks to know that. I want Elon Musk to know that. I want Donald Trump to know that. We're going to fight back. We're not going to take this standing and we're sitting down. We're going to stand up and fight back. So Elon Musk thinks he can tweet off whatever he wants. Yeah, we're going to fight back. We're going to put a tariff on you then. And I want that to be something that impacts him. I want that to be something that he feels in the pocketbook. We want to make sure that it hurts and that we use any revenue that we get from that to go back to support workers, to go back in towards a package to make sure that our economy is strong. So yeah, I want that to be felt. And I want Tesla and I want Donald Trump and Elon Musk to know, you pick a fight, we're fighting back.
So the Tesla tariffs, like you don't see the Teslas on the road like you do Chrysler minivans, for instance. So how much of an effect do you think that will have, or is it more of a symbolic statement? Or?
I think it sends a clear message of where we stand. And we want to make it very clear that if you pick a fight with us, we're going to fight back. I guess something I learned in Windsor, right? We got to fight back and you got to stand up for yourself. And so when it comes to Elon Musk, I'm going to send a message directly to him. I want tariffs on him, on his company. He thinks he can pick a fight with Canada. He thinks he can say that we should be the 51st state. We're going to hit him back. And so it is important. It's an important gest. Economically, we want it to feel an impact, but it's also an important symbolic decision to say, yeah, we're not going to stand for this. We're fighting back. And so I think it's important on both fronts. But coupled with that, we really want to encourage Canadians to buy Canadian. Canadians already want to do that. Let's make it easier for them. So that's why we're saying, let's bring in a $10,000 rebate for electric vehicles made in Canada to encourage more electric vehicles built here in Canada. We can build, I want to make Canada the best place in the world to build electric vehicles. And one of the ways to build up that economy or to build up that climate is to encourage Canadians to buy Canadian.
I have a request for that answer in English, please, on military spending in the Arctic.
Yeah, we absolutely need to be investing more in our military. I've said it before. We need to be investing to give our troops the equipment they need. It's clear that they are working on equipment or using equipment that frankly should be in a museum. So we absolutely need to invest in the military. And in the North, particularly, there are serious threats to our sovereignty. We need to invest in the North. So absolutely, I would support that. And to pay for it, there's lots of ways we can do it. New Democrats have talked about cutting wasteful spending, like the billions of dollars in subsidies that go to highly profitable oil and gas companies. That should be cut. The hundreds of millions of dollars that go to private consultants that our public service could be doing that exact same work. We would cut that as well. There's things that we can cut while protecting our services, protecting programs that Canadians need, and by investing in our military. Unlike the Conservatives, who will cut the services you need. They've been very clear. Pierre Poilievre would cut your pensions. So for seniors, under Harper, you saw your pensions cut. He made you work 2 years longer. Pierre Poilievre wants to cut it even worse. For folks, that's going to cost seniors. He wants to cut healthcare. For people that rely on healthcare, he's going to make you pay out of pocket to get care that you need. He wants to privatize it, make you have to pay out of pocket. He wants to cut childcare. He wants to cut the child benefit. He wants to cut, it's going to cost you. And so it's important for Canadians to know the choice in this election. You Democrats want to defend what we have and lower your bills. Conservatives want to cut the things that you need, and it's going to cost you more.
So this is all the time that we have. This concludes our press conference. Ceci conclut notre conférence de presse. Merci. Bonne journée.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.